The air in Willow Creek, a manicured suburb of Charlotte, North Carolina, crackled with tension on a muggy September morning. I'm Lucas Bennett, a 38-year-old graphic designer scraping by on freelance gigs, living with my wife, Claire, a 36-year-old elementary school teacher with a knack for cutting through nonsense, and our 10-year-old son, Noah, a tech-obsessed kid who films everything. We moved here 2 years ago, chasing the dream of quiet streets and neighborly charm, a perfect place to raise Noah. Instead, we stumbled into the iron grip of Deborah Walsh, the 55-year-old HOA president whose platinum blonde hair, sprayed into a helmet defying gravity, and shark-like grin haunted Willow Creek. Her tablet was her scepter, logging infractions like she was tallying souls for Judgment Day. This is the story of how a stolen package, a neighborhood pushed to the brink, and an FBI sting brought her empire crashing down, a saga so wild it'll make your jaw drop. Willow Creek looked like it was ripped from a real estate brochure. Identical taupe houses, lawns trimmed to perfection, every mailbox HOA approved. It should have been a haven for kids on scooters and neighbors swapping stories. But Deborah had other plans. She didn't just enforce rules, she lived them. Sprinklers on too long? A $75 fine. Kids laughing too loud? $50. 6 months ago, she fired off an email in that smug font only HOA fanatics use, declaring our marigolds non-compliant for being too orange. I'm a designer, color is my life, and those flowers were stunning. I yanked them out to avoid her wrath, but Claire, sipping tea at our dining table, just chuckled, her green eyes glinting. She's bored, Lucas. Let her play HOA cop. But Deborah wasn't playing, she was gearing up for war. Next came a certified letter, landing in our mailbox like a tax bill. Our recycling bin, Deborah claimed, was misaligned by 3 inches. I snorted, imagining her out there with a tape measure, her oversized sunglasses sliding down her nose. 3 inches, I said to Claire, flapping the letter. I align fonts for a living, and this is her gotcha? Claire smirked, grading spelling quizzes. She's baiting us. Stay cool. So, I nudged the bin, snapped a photo, and emailed it with a chipper fixed. Deborah's reply was a 400-word sermon on curb appeal. I started a folder called Deborah's Nonsense, tossing her emails in like kindling for a future fire. Then she targeted Noah. Our kid's a live wire, dribbling a basketball in the driveway or filming skits with his phone, his laughter blending with the clatter of sneakers and the hum of cicadas as the heartbeat of our home. To Deborah, it was a crime. One evening, I pulled into the driveway after a late client called to find Noah slumped on the porch, his basketball still. Dad, the mean lady yelled at me, he said, his blue eyes wide, politically motivated. Said my dribbling's too loud. I glanced down the street, catching Deborah strutting away, her tablet glowing like a weapon. My jaw tightened. This wasn't about bins or flowers, Anna Maria, it was about breaking us. I tried diplomacy, emailing her to explain Noah was just a kid having fun on our property. Her reply was a 500-word tirade about disruptive behavior and a $250 fine threat. Claire read it over dinner, her voice dripping sarcasm. Oh, Lucas, we're running a street gang with Noah's basketball. Noah giggled, but I was fuming, saving that email with a vow to fight back. Deborah's reign escalated. She slapped a neon pink notice on our garage, accusing Noah's basketball hoop of noise pollution and demanding its removal within 3 days or a $300 fine. I stood there, coffee mug steaming in the dawn chill, picturing her slinking over with her tablet, her platinum hair glowing like a bad halo. Claire, chopping carrots for Noah's lunch, caught my scowl. She's unhinged. We need to keep every notice. I emailed Deborah, explaining the hoop was on our property and quieter than the neighbor's leaf blower. Her 600-word reply ranted about neighborhood serenity and threatened to double the fine. Noah, sprawled on the couch, asked, Dad, why is she so grumpy? Can't we ignore her? I grinned, tousling his hair. Not yet, buddy. We're building a case. Then Deborah went full surveillance state, boasting in the HOA's Facebook group about new security cameras to ensure compliance. These weren't subtle gadgets, they were chunky black boxes bolted to streetlights, their lenses glinting like predators. The neighborhood chat exploded, but Deborah squashed it with a smug safety first and a heart emoji that felt like a slap. I spotted one camera aimed at our front yard, its red light winking as Noah kicked a soccer ball. Claire slammed her tea mug down after I showed her Noah's DIY security cam footage, rigged for his TikTok videos. That's not safety. That's stalking. The cameras choked Willow Creek's soul. Kids vanished from the streets, their bikes rusting in garages. Neighbors whispered gripes, eyeing the cameras like they could hear. Susan, our dog-walking neighbor, muttered about a $250 fine for the Martinez family's holiday wreath, deemed too festive past New Year's. This was a suburban prison. I became a digital pack rat, saving every email, notice, and screenshot of Deborah's rants about rogue lawn gnomes. Noah's cam caught her camera swiveling to track him tossing a frisbee, its lens zooming like a vulture's eye. That's creepy, Noah said, hugging his knees. Claire pushed for a police report over dinner. Lucas, she's a menace. I shook my head. We need more dirt. Then came a $700 fine for Noah's bike left in the driveway, beyond permitted hours. I laughed until my eyes watered, staring at the bike's blue frame under the garage's fluorescent buzz. $700 for a bike, I shouted to Claire, weeding the garden. She smirked. She's begging us to fight back. That's when I noticed our last 3 Amazon packages had vanished or arrived late. A new mouse for my computer, marked delivered, never showed. I checked Noah's cam, expecting a porch pirate, but the delivery window was blank. A chill hit me. Deborah's cameras weren't just watching, they were casing. My suspicion became certainty one September morning when my $700 camera for a client's project pinged, delivered, at 10:03 a.m. I shuffled to the porch, expecting a box by the welcome mat. Nothing. Noah, on the couch with his tablet, perked up. Check my cam, Dad. I scrubbed the footage to 10:02 a.m. A delivery van dropped a box. At 10:05, Deborah crept into frame, white blazer crisp, sunglasses oversized, glancing around before snatching the box and scurrying to her SUV. I froze, coffee mug halfway to my lips. Claire's jaw dropped as I spun the laptop toward her. She's a thief. I stormed to Deborah's house, her pristine lawn screaming under her obsessive pruning. I banged on her door, the sound echoing like a war drum. She answered, fake smile plastered, tablet clutched like a shield. Lucas, what's this about? She chirped. I held up my phone. The video paused on her theft. Care to explain why you stole my package? Her smile flickered, but she snapped. That's absurd. I'll sue you for defamation. I didn't flinch. We've got you on camera. Hand it over, or I'm calling the cops. Before she could lie again, the delivery van pulled up. A lanky guy, name tag reading Matt, strolled over, clipboard in hand, his brown eyes sharp. Everything okay? He asked. I pointed at Deborah. She stole my package. I've got video. Deborah shrieked. Lies. Matt raised an eyebrow. Mind if I see that video? I played it, her theft in crisp detail. Matt's expression hardened. I'm not just a delivery guy. I'm Special Agent Matt Harper, FBI, working a theft ring. That box was bait. He flashed a badge, its silver glinting. Deborah's jaw dropped, her tablet slipping. Noah, trailing me, whispered, Dad, that's so cool. Claire, joining us, smirked like she'd seen this coming. Matt pinned Deborah with a stare. We've tracked package thefts in Willow Creek for months. Your name's come up, Ms. Walsh. That video's enough for a warrant. Deborah stammered. I was inspecting it for safety. Matt didn't blink. Save it for the judge. He turned to me. Mind sharing that footage? We've got other victims. I nodded, reeling. Deborah wasn't just a bully, she was a crook. Claire squeezed my arm. Told you she was trouble. Noah bounced on his toes. Can I film the arrest? Matt chuckled. Maybe next time, kid. We became a suburban SWAT team. I copied Noah's footage, including clips of Deborah's cameras tracking kids. Claire printed her emails and notices, each a testament to her bullying. That evening, we hosted a secret meeting, sneaking invitations under dust to dodge Deborah's cameras. Our living room smelled of pizza and rebellion as neighbors crammed in. Susan clutched her coffee mug. My headphones vanished last month, Mark delivered. The Martinezes nodded, their $200 wreath fine still raw. Even quiet Mr. Chin, who'd lost a laptop, showed up, hands shaking. I played Deborah's theft video on our TV. Gasps filled the room. That's my porch too, Mr. Chin whispered. Claire passed a petition to oust Deborah as HOA president. She's stealing and using HOA funds for those cameras, I said, pacing. Hands shot up to sign, pin scratching like a revolution. Susan scrawled her name, muttering, about time. By the end, we had 18 signatures, enough to force a vote. I met Matt at a coffee shop, the air thick with espresso and secrecy. He reviewed our footage, brow furrowing at Deborah's cameras. She's hit at least 10 houses. We need her at the HOA meeting. I nodded. She'll show. She loves her spotlight. Back home, Claire designed flyers. Oust Deborah Walsh. Stop the theft and tyranny. We slipped them into mailboxes at midnight, dodging cameras like spies. I coached neighbors to stick to facts: her theft, cameras, fines. Susan nodded over her picket fence. I've been waiting for this. Willow Creek buzzed with whispers. Mr. Chin dropped off dumplings, his shy smile saying thanks. Noah, sorting petition copies, asked, Is Deborah going to jail? I hugged him. Maybe, buddy. But she's losing her crown. The HOA meeting was our D-Day. The community center's peeling paint and buzzing fluorescents framed Deborah at the head table, her platinum hair a fortress, tablet glowing. Her smirk faltered as neighbors filed in, petitions tucked under arms. Claire, Noah, and I sat near the front, the theft video loaded. Noah whispered, Is she getting arrested? I grinned. Just watch. Susan stood, petition like a battle flag. We're voting to remove Deborah Walsh. She's abused power, fined us for nothing, and stolen. I projected Noah's footage, Deborah snatching the package, sunglasses glinting like a cartoon villain. Gasps erupted. Mr. Chin gripped his chair. That's my laptop, thief. Deborah leapt up, shrieking, This is a setup. Before she could spin more lies, Matt strode in, blazer crisp, FBI badge gleaming, 2 cops behind him. Deborah Walsh, you're under arrest for theft, wire fraud, and illegal surveillance. The room froze, then buzzed. Deborah's face drained, sunglasses sliding. Outrageous. She screeched, but cops cuffed her, metal clicking like a gavel. Phones rose, capturing her walk of shame. Susan called the vote. Hands shot up, the Martinez's and Mr. Chin's nods a quiet triumph. Deborah was out, Susan elected president, promising no cameras, no nonsense. Cheers broke out, neighbors high-fiving like champions. Claire squeezed my hand, her smirk saying it all. Noah whispered, That was awesome. A week later, Willow Creek breathed again. Kids flooded the streets, bikes weaving, laughter mingling with crickets. Noah's basketball thumped, his cam now filming trick shots. Packages arrived safely. Susan's block party buzzed with barbecue and pop music. Mr. Chin brought dumplings, grinning. Claire teased, You went rogue with the FBI. I shrugged. Had to make it memorable. Matt dropped by, confirming Deborah faced multiple charges, hitting over a dozen houses. Noah ran over. Did I help catch her? Matt saluted. You're practically an agent, kid. Looking back, it wasn't just about nailing Deborah. It was about refusing to let a tyrant rule us. She hid behind her rulebook and cameras, but Noah's tech, our teamwork, and an FBI twist proved her wrong. If a Deborah is in your world, don't let her win. Grab evidence, rally your people, and fight smart. You'd be amazed what you can do when you push back.